where does that take us in episode 5? I'm going to tell you about a really fantastic human being. His name is Abar Rouse. And when I was with the Star Telegram, this must have been in 2013, they called me up and said, hey, we want you to do a 10-year anniversary story on this case. And we'll get into the details of that. But it was through that assignment that I met Abar Rouse, who joined the Baylor. He was a basketball coach with some aspirations. He wanted to, like any young basketball coach, wanted to climb through the ranks and make a career, get a good job at a good school, and make a career out of this. And he got that opportunity, so he thought, at Baylor in 2003. I believe he'd been on the job. I believe he got the job in June. So right in the middle of this, Patrick Dennehy was still missing. They didn't know where he was, what had happened to him, and Abar Rouse gets this job at Baylor in what he thought was a dream job. And when a position opened after Dennehy's disappearance, Rouse was hired, primarily because it was, quote, no one wanted the job, with the cloud over the program. And it was hardly the way he envisioned getting his break, but he was going to take it. And in a way, it's maybe the dream job. And then all this happens. Ray said, I felt bad for him, and the timing was just awful. Because instead of this feel-good homecoming, returning to Baylor was a trip to the darkest side of college athletics.
He was a drug dealer.
What could go wrong?
And Bliss needed his coaches and a handful of players to go along with that story. Quote, this guy is going to get these kids to say this, Abar Rouse said.
Wait, the story was he's a drug dealer?
The story was he's a drug dealer.
So he wasn't a drug dealer.
He was not a drug dealer.
Quote, this guy's going to get these kids to say this, Abar Rouse said. And this is not where this ends. There's going to be a murder trial, and they're going to have to testify. And they're going to have to testify to this lie they're telling, Rouse further said. You've just changed the motive for murder, and that could mean the death penalty. He, being Abar Rouse, said he was so uncomfortable about the circumstances surrounding his hire that he couldn't even sit in his new office.